Join me on my adventure as we explore the city of canals and bicycles, Amsterdam. Let's go! From our last stop in Bruges, Belgium, we took a 5-hour Flixbus ride to Amsterdam. We arrived in a Sloterdijk station just right behind our hotel. I will post a separate vlog where we stayed in Amsterdam. Good morning guys, today we are here in Amsterdam. So we arrived last night around 8 p.m. So today we're going to explore the city and check it out what's in there. So see you in the city. We are going to explore the city of Amsterdam and the first stop is Anne Frank's house. Let's go. Since our hotel is just right behind the station, it is easier for us to access the train. When we arrived at the central station, we immediately got to the exit for us to queue for the Anne Frank's house and museum because we didn't have the pre-booked tickets. After disembarking from the train, we crossed the street and passed by the boats for canal cruises. On our way to the museum, we passed some streets with bike for rent and some Asian stores. So we were here in Hong Hanoi, Vietnam, and of course, Philippines. Ayun o, mga empanada. We are nearing the Anne Frank house. So you can see this is the canal that is famous for travelers. After a few minutes of walking from the central station, we arrived early at the Anne Frank's house and museum. Sorry guys, we tried to come early but the ticket was sold, so we cannot get inside the Anne Frank house. This is a museum, the upper part is the house. Just right behind the museum is the annex where Anne Frank and her family with the other Jewish family lived in hiding from the Nazis for 2 years. This hook or pulley designed to help hoist furniture and valuables to upper stories, much easier than hauling stuff up on a narrow staircases. Since the museum cannot accommodate more visitors for that day, we decided to get the canal cruise. However, the nearest station is fully booked, so we went to the next station, which is near the central station. As we head back to the canal cruise station, near the central station, we saw the statue of Multatuli or Edward Decker, known by his pen name Multatuli. I have suffered much in Latin. He was a Dutch writer best known for his satirical novel Max Havelaar, which denounced the abuses of colonialism in the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia. He is considered one of the Netherlands' greatest authors. These are some of the crooked houses or dancing houses that we passed by that seems leaning to the next building. These houses were built on wooden piles on soft and marshy ground, which is not the most stable foundation. To combat instability, builders use wooden piles to support the structure. However, wood piles can sink or shift, causing buildings to bow or tilt. We are going to do the canal cruises here in Central Station. We're going to book a ticket. So we're going to do the canal cruise. The canal cruise ticket for an hour costs €16 per person. As we are about to board, we were handed an earpiece or earphones to be used later on our tour. Okay. The audio guide is in different languages, so you can choose what language you're most comfortable.
from the seaport of Amsterdam. And a little bit further, the passenger terminal Amsterdam. This is where the cruise liners depart until the Mövenpick Hotel, and then we make a right turn and rejoin the old city park of Amsterdam. I was connected to the Southern Sea, so this was all open and salty water. Nowadays, it's that.
According to our boat captain, the tall and narrow houses in Amsterdam was becoming the home of many wealthy merchants and traders who made their way as it was culturally developing into a powerful economic center of the
When we start the audio
Netherlands.
guide and see
Merchants
wants
built
to
their houses near to the newly built canals to allow them to have better access to supplying and receiving goods as well as developing trade connections. However, the rapid increase for the plots of land made the government came up with a solution to regulate the land by making residents pay taxes based on the number of meters on the front facade of the building. So they built narrow and tall shape as this reduced the number of meters on the facade facing the canal and moved spaces up. In Amsterdam, there are more bicycles in the city than there are people, with around 900,000 bicycles and a population of approximately 850,000. This is the Skinny Bridge, which became popular during the James Bond movie. Flowers on Wheels bicycles have a touching story behind it.
And if you don't like a souvenir, I have a bucket. I put it on the first table here.
After an hour of boat tour, we found an Asian restaurant on our way to the red light district. Finished our lunch and we're going to walk to the red light district because it's near where we ate our lunch. Moulin Rouge. This is the red light district in Amsterdam. It is not only about prostitution, which is legal here. You can find here a great variety of strip clubs, sex theaters, museum, pep shows, cannabis coffee shops, and many more. Recently, there was a proposed relocation, part of an effort to reshape Amsterdam's image and reduce tourist influx and crime. Mas marami dito. There are so many food establishments going to the Royal Palace. So there's an old Amsterdam cheese. Our last stop is the Dam Square. Here you can find the different buildings as well as the National Monument, which built to commemorate the memory of that soldiers and the resistance who died in the Second World War. Dam Square is a meeting place, shopping place, memorial place, and royal place. We end up our day in the Dam Square before heading back to our hotel. Coming up on our next episode, join me as we have a good taste of some cheese and explore Sans Chance on a stormy day. Next on our adventure.